Hello, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Awareness Energy Tarot, bringing you the awareness of the energies for the month of January here for you guys with your love reading. So I prayed over your cards, Earth signs, and you see the layout here, and we're going to go over your love reading. So this is the main theme here, and we pulled out the soulmate card. It was actually a very beautiful card from the Wisdom of the Oracle. It's a card 41, which translates to the number, or reduces to the number 5. And in numerology, the number 5 is a number of change, or a number of, when it comes to business, that's a good number to have. But it also implies change. All right, and we're going to take a look and see how that applies here. But I do sense a strong connection here with your significant other or your person of interest here that we're going to talk about. Now, this, just because we see soulmate here doesn't mean that it's something that's going to last forever. It could, but we have thousands. I mean, we have many soulmates. Okay, these are people that inspire growth through lessons and through blessings. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a romantic person. It could be just a friend or family member. We have several soulmates. Okay, so we're gonna dive deeper and see what this looks like. But this is a really good start. Soulmates. I mean, this is love. This is teaching and learning, and we're gonna take a look and see what that is. But two supporting cards that we have also. We have the Thinking Man for you guys here. Okay, 4 and 6 is a 10, reduces to a 1. This is a card of leadership. Okay, so for many of you guys, I kind of feel like a sense of a male energy here for you guys. Something that's going to inspire you guys with wisdom and understanding. I feel like there's going to be some sort of a teacher that's going to take you to that next great step. Somebody that's going to take you to realize your personal growth. For some of you, professional growth. Okay. It could be a love interest, or it could be a friend. Now, this could also be a female physically, but just someone that has these masculine qualities to her, maybe like a divine masculine. Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's male or female in physical form. It's just somebody that embodies these masculine energies with them. And then we also have the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron here for you guys. This is a number 4, so this brings stability in numerology. Okay. This is it's kind of like a spiritual card. Okay, so I see that you're becoming very clear with your thought process. Okay, like the clouds of confusion are being lifted. This kind of reminds me of the similar to the the 7 of Cups card in reverse, because you're no longer feeling confusion. You have a better understanding. You have clarity. Okay, the time has now come for you to focus on your personal vision, your personal growth. What do you want your life to look like in the future? Okay, but I feel like you have help. You have help for your next step in life. Okay, so I want you to keep all this in the back of your mind here, because we're going to take a look and see what the reading has to say when we look into the tarot. All right. So in the current situation, Earth signs, I see movement here. Perhaps some of you have physically moved on to a new home. But I think for most of you, this is saying in the current situation that you guys have moved on from a relationship. And I feel that you've done it because at some point in the near past, you guys were feeling left out, kicked to the curb. Perhaps you guys were rejected, felt worthless, maybe. The person made you feel really, really, really bad. But you're healing from it. So you've decided to move on. You found the strength to move on. And that's why you're moving on, because you no longer feel that pity, that hurt that you once felt. You're still a little bit hurt, but not as much as it was before. You're making progress. Now, why does this all take place, Earth signs? Sorry, I have a little bit of allergies here. One of the big reasons you've decided to move on, Earth signs, is because you guys, some of you have a grudge, okay? Some of you have changed your mind about some sort of reconciliation. You don't want any reconciliation. You have some sort of resentment, I see, because somebody wants a new beginning at some point, but you guys decided not to do that. So that's one big reason why you guys have moved on. Also because you're healing from this. You found the strength to move on. Because in the past, person you're dealing with here, and keep in mind that I'm reading from the Earth sign point of view, okay? Feel free to switch the energies around if it applies to the other person or to the cross watcher. But Earth signs, in the past, you guys were dealing with somebody who was, perhaps they were very stubborn, very careless. Could have been careless with money. They were not grounded. They were not nurturing. This is bad energy. And it was because they were crying over spilled milk. They were hurt. And it looks like, they were hurt for a while. But this was in your past. And like I said, you found the reason to move on. You found the strength to move on. You do feel resentment towards them. You do have a certain grudge towards them. Okay, so you could work on this now that it comes to the forefront. You become aware of these energies. I suggest you work on the it's not good to hold resentment in your heart. Now, how do you feel towards this person, Earth signs? I see another card here, another energy of moving on. Okay? Perhaps I do see that you want to say something to them. It looks like you do probably want to communicate to this person. You have something to say, but at the same time you're moving on. I see some of you that are also have some sort of following. Perhaps you're a leader of a group. Perhaps you're some sort of celebrity status for some of you guys. You have a lot of hope. A lot of good energy here, I sense, while you're moving on. Okay, so this is really good. You have really good energy. But how does the person that you're dealing with feel about you, Earth signs? Well, they feel that you're a burden. So I have a feeling that you're both are moving on, actually, when we get to this. And I say that because of other supporting cards here. But yeah, your person feels that you're a burden. This relationship is a burden. Okay? Because according to your person, they feel like you're a bit narcissistic. You're a bit demanding. You're a bit too overpowering. That's how they feel about you. Okay, take it how it resonates. Feel free to flip-flop the energies. But that's what I'm getting here. And I also see that they're moving on. They're hopping on their chariot and moving forward, just like you hopped on this boat, trying to move to better waters, calmer waters. You know, your emotions were a little rough, and you're moving to better emotional health. And they're moving on as well. You're both moving on. They've turned their back on you. They're looking elsewhere. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They're moving on too, and so are you. Okay, you both realized that this wasn't right. They look at you as a burden. You look at them like you have some sort of resentment, some sort of grudge, because they weren't nurturing. Perhaps they were too stubborn. Perhaps they weren't financially stable. And in your hopes and fears, Earth signs, I do see that perhaps I have a feeling that you might want this a little more than your person, because you're hoping for perhaps maybe there could be some sort of reconciliation. Okay, because you find this person very attractive. Perhaps um, they're really good looking. They attract a lot of people. They present themselves well, but they treated you wrong. Okay, but in the end, I do see that you perhaps you're moving on. And before we get to the outcome, I just want to see what the romance angel cards have to say. And I pulled these out a little bit earlier today. And we have here, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, earth signs? So this is going to happen very soon. I feel a feeling that you guys, some of you have already moved on, or some of you guys are going to move on. All right? We also have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay? So, for some of you, there's another energy coming in. Somebody that you guys are not used to, perhaps is not your type. But then you're going to see, you're going to eventually not settle, but you're going to eventually welcome somebody else that is not your usual type, but is another soulmate, and perhaps this is a better one. This is more of a blessing because this person was more of a lesson for you guys. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We also have here worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your life. Okay, earth signs? So don't rush anything. Just because things don't seem to come in when you want it, it all has to do with divine timing when the universe sees fit. So just hang in there. Keep doing, work on this, work on yourself. You're moving on. You're moving on to better things. So is your person. This was just a lesson. This was not somebody that you have to spend the rest of your life with. This soulmate here that we're talking about from the beginning was just a lesson. Okay, they were only here for a while. This was not somebody that was meant for you for a lifetime. And what do they want to say to you, earth signs? They say, I can't stop thinking about you. They also say, I bury myself in work to forget you. And I'm so attracted to you. Yeah, it's normal to have these kinds of feelings. But you guys decided to move on, and it's for the better. We also have, this was a shallow relationship. Perhaps it was just based on superficial aspects. We also have running. Perhaps somebody was running from the truth. And we also have here lust. So this was more of a sexual relationship. Perhaps it was more physical because, like we said, we have shallow here. Okay? Now, when it comes to the outcome, we're going to give you some advice here. But what I'm feeling here is that you guys are going to move on. You're going to stand in your power, earth signs. You're going to be this emperor energy. And you're gonna close off to them. I feel that you're not going to be speaking to them. It's like a final nail in the coffin. You guys are moving on. You're standing in your ground. You're finding the strength. You moved on, and you're putting your foot down. And you're moving on to better and bigger things. Congratulations, earth signs. When it comes to the universe, this is a message from the universe. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. This is beautiful. This is very beautiful. We have a couple of advice here for you guys, a couple of advice cards. Earth signs, luck is on your side. Okay? And this comes about because you guys are moving on. So don't feel like everything is against you. Luck is on your side. This is kind of reminiscent of the Wheel of Fortune upright. Then we also have It's time to give rather than to take. Okay? The Six of Pentacles card comes to mind here. Equal give and take. And communication is the key, Earth signs. This card here comes to mind. The Eight of Rods. Communication, messages. You have to be clear to this person. You have to be transparent to this person and let them know what's on your mind. It's time to move on. It seems like they're going to move on. They've turned their back on you and you're doing the same thing. You're moving on. I hope this helps you out for the month of January, Earth signs. And hope to see you again. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.